What is up, players? It's WarbossTae up in this mug. Welcome to day 23 of my summer painting challenge, and today we're resetting the clock. You've been playing. Time for a flayin'. So I'm going to be resetting the clock back to 0 as I did officially finish my Ogre Maw Tribes Vanguard box on the 18th. So I'm restarting the clock. I'm going to start all the way at the beginning to encourage those of you who want to jump into the summer painting challenge. Let's make today your day one, just like I'm going to be making today my day one. And what better project to jump into than a Combat Patrol box of Chaos Space Marines. I know they re-released it, but I'm going to be doing the old Combat Patrol, this one here. I also got some of these resin heads off of eBay, and I'm going to be putting them onto the Legionnaire squad. So we're going to have 10 Night Lords, 5 Havocs, this Dark Apostle, and the Hellbrute. And to guide me through my challenge, I'm going to be using the WarbossTae Painting Challenge Journal. Here you can see the resin heads that I got. I'm actually pretty happy because I think the eBay listing said that it would be for 10 of these winged bat helmets, and I'm sorry, 20. And you get 10 of these per little tab here. And so I actually was sent 30. So 5 stars to that eBay seller for the extra 10 heads there. Interesting too, because this one has some Batwing motifs on the heads, but they're not as big as the other two. So you can see the Batwings there. So they're a little bit more understated. I was thinking of doing these for the Havocs, but I decided at the end that I'm going to keep all of my Legionnaires as Night Lords and only do them as Night Lords for the box. I'm going to have different war bands for each of the elements in the Combat Patrol box, because online when I was looking at the optimal way to build them, they said, oh, you should do the Hellbrute as a Black Legion, you should do Havocs as Iron Warriors because they're all about siege and stuff. So like, we're going to go characterful in making this happen. And to start, I'm going to swear my oath of moment. I, WarbossTae, pledge upon this paintbrush to devote my creativity and skill to my project, the Chaos Space Marines Combat Patrol. With steadfast dedication, I will navigate the challenges ahead, share my journey with my fellow painters, and strive for excellence. On this paintbrush, I swear to do my utmost to honor the craft and complete my commitment. Yeah! Now that it's recorded, I can get to planning, and I'm going to be using my handy the WarbossTae Painting Challenge Journal. Using the template at the beginning of the book, I'm going to chart out my roadmap. And like I always say, this new technique of mine is having a concrete, visible roadmap for you to follow. Instead of just saying, oh, I've got it in my head, I'm going to do base coats, and then I'm going to do this and that and be so wishy-washy. I really want to hammer home this idea that you can chart out every single step of your project, and as long as you follow the chart, like really pull back on your artistic instincts to experiment and move outside the box, except like when you really want to, then you have a roadmap to follow. You have a guiding light. It's like the Astronomicon light leading you back home. So the different elements of this box are going to be my painting goals. I'm going to show you how I do it, and you can follow me and try out your own painting project or use this formula and tweak it to fit your style, however you want to do it. If you do feel like supporting me though, I would love to have it if you purchased one of these books. The link is down below in the description, and it would really help out my studio and support me. You can also become a channel member. I've opened up channel memberships as low as $1.99 a month. If you feel these videos have that much value to you, then I would appreciate that help there. But you can see I've got my Night Lords here as my first goal, so I'm going to be working on them. And I'm already kind of cheating because I want to assemble everything before I get started. I don't want to go back to assembly, but I am putting it, squad by squad of what my roadmap would be. And I'm listing out the steps as they would make the most sense to me as a painter. And I'm going to be trying to follow this roadmap as much as possible. So you can see I've got the colors there listed, assemble the miniatures, then base coat should really be prime. That's what that means, like spray prime the miniature so that I can get the painting. And Yep, there you can see I'm looking over right now, trying to figure out, okay, what do I really want this to be? A 10-man Legionnaire squad, or do I want to break them up into 2 5-man Legionnaire squads? Then I can do like 5 Night Lords and maybe 5, I don't know, Emperor's Children or something. But I think at the end of the day, I decided I'm gonna stick to it, because I do plan on selling these miniatures on eBay afterwards, and I think a big chunky unit of 10 Night Lords would be very appealing to somebody, and so we're gonna stick with that. Now, the Dark Apostle is gonna be done in Ward Bearer's scheme, like I said. So I'm gonna assemble him, I'm gonna prime him, and he's got 2 little friends too, 2 little human attendants with a bunch of interesting little doodads on them. So I'm gonna be working on them at the same time and hitting each of these steps so I could check them off. That's the important thing. I found a visual, like, what's the word, like a visual trigger to help me to work through each step, is to make actual bullet points, little bubbles or squares next to each step that you physically check off or you cross off as you go, so that you can see just at a glance, oh look, I've checked off all of these on my bullet point list. Now I can see how much more I have left to do, or you can tell how much more you still have to do. And at the end, I've got the basing. So basing I always save till last. That way I can make sure that everything is done. I can give every model a last look over. Then I'll apply the basing material and paint the rim black. And that is going to be how I know visually that each one is done. So let me know, what are you planning on doing this summer? Are you planning on painting anything? Are you going to try out my method to see if it works for you? Like I said, you don't need to purchase this painting journal. You can copy the template, use it on any notebook you have next to you, spare piece of paper. Just visually chart out a treasure map that's going to direct you from where you are to where you want to be. I know that I want to paint this combat patrol box. I want to sell these miniatures on eBay and bring in some income for my family. I want to bring you along for it so that you can see my journey, my ups and my downs, my victories and my setbacks. Everything is going to be held accountable in this, and that's why I really want to use this journal as a way of showing you, being completely transparent. You're going to see every day how much I was able to check off, how much I still have left, and who knows, by the end of day 31 for this project, we might get even more done. That's the goal, right? We develop a process that's going to have you painting more and more, and just really carving into that to-do pile until your pile of shame, your pile of potential is all gone, or at least at a manageable pile rather than taking up an entire room or a corner of the room. I've seen some people say that their entire attic is full of miniatures, or the corner of their kitchen or their spare guest bedroom is just full of boxes. And so I want to help you guys out, and I want to also help out myself. This is selfish as well. So follow me, follow my plan, chart it out for yourself, have every step of the painting process actually written down. Even if you don't think it's worth it, just do this so that you have a clear visual roadmap in front of you that you can follow to victory. I'm including decals in there. I'm just going to use the decals that come in the Combat Patrol box if I'm not able to find anything worth purchasing online. But I did go out and buy the Iron Warriors Forge World decal sheet and an Iron Hands decal sheet, because I'm also going to be working on some Horus Heresy models as well. I love that Heresy era, the armors and just the size of the Marines. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this series. This is going to be a lot of fun. If you enjoyed my Ogor Maw Tribe series, this is going to be a little bit more scattershot, because with the Ogre Maw Tribes, I was sticking to one paint job that I could replicate across basically every model. They had the same basic model. This one, we're going to have the Night Lords in the blue, the Ward Bearers in red, the Iron Warriors in silver. So there's going to be a lot of different colors that I'm going to be using in different kind of painting styles to achieve what I want to. But Night Lords are some of my favorite models to paint. I don't have too much experience with Word Bearers, but Iron Warriors have recently become also a very fun army, really quick to put together. And yeah, Black Legion Hellbrute, it's going to be a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.